First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Detroit Lions. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from Ford Field. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
From the gun, here's Goff. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. On a determined run there. He's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Shuck. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
First down, Saints.
A run straight ahead with Achane. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyler Shuck scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He was defended by Julian Blackmon.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Formation for the Lions.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Now Brown. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Throwing, Shuck. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
So on is Charlie Smith for the Saints field goal. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their 1st quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 33. That's good for the Lions. 1st down.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's another DB down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Gall. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Working out of the gun here, Shuck. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Intended for no advance. Incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Throwing again here, Shuck. Eluding the pressure right. 20. 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyler Shuck, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Lions 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 50, it's gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And a throw right sideline is complete. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different. But they believe they've got a good one.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give, right side for Gibbs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Goff. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Rolling to his right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. Bates' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Shuck. Complete to Olave on the out route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
1st down, New Orleans.
Shuck now to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 46-yard line.
To the air again is Shuck. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. That's taken in left side by Velo. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A gain of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now Shuck. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Brings up 4th down.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. To throw now, Shuck. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To the air again. Here's Shuck. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Third down, Shuck from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams 65 yards. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, Shuck. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Noah Fant, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 13-yard line.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Here's 3rd and 3.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. 17 yards on the play. It's
now it's Goff. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That can be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working.
He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devon Bailey, 61 yards. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. Goff now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now Goff. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Goff. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw is Shuck. That is caught by Vele. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Third and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
Second and 9. Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. On the slant, it's Fant. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Kirby Joseph there to drop it. Ball at the 33, second and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10. Running left, Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Again, it's Achane. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's third and 7. He's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And the lead will stay put at 17.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
It's 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Working out of the gun here, Shuck.
And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Noah Fant, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18.
A gain of 47 on the play. That's another Detroit Lions.
Here's Goff. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
2nd and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion brings us 1 step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Goff now looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Lions get a bit closer. A Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for two.
Set up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Saints 41, Lions 23. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter.
8 yards on the pickup.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and a couple. Achane here, they stay on the ground.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. To throw now, Shuck. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
3rd and 5. Here's Shuck. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Goff now to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
To throw is Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Lions first down. 1st and 10.
To the air again. Goff. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 9.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Gone. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
31 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Here's Gone. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Goff. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though. And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Saints 44, Lions 30. Jack Fox, the kickoff for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Saints, hey, you get a win, you get it.